Alright then, hi guys, it's the Cartographer. Today we're going to be doing Cut Firewood. This is our first sniper challenge. These challenges are really good if you're giving you a false sense of confidence before you go online and have your head blown off at 300 meters by an uppercut. You can see here on the side that for the hard 3 stars, we need to headshot 24 enemies, no enemies die to fire, and headshot 3 immolators. There is a time limit as well, but it's really not big of a deal. If you're not familiar with immolators, they're a fire type enemy that when you shoot them, they will explode with fire, which is the thing that tends to catch a lot of people out on this mission, and they really struggle with it. The other thing that people struggle with is the challenge is a lot easier on PC. On keyboard and mouse. I don't know if you can plug your keyboard and mouse into an Xbox or PlayStation, but if you can, definitely do it, because man, these sniper challenges can be hard enough as it is. Alright then, we'll get into it. Alright, so the first thing to note is that there is actually a ammo box here, so you might as well just take pride position here. If you hold F, you can actually see where all the enemies are. And what you need to be doing is, God, that's not a good advertisement for myself there, but you just need to be picking off the low-level mobs here, the grunts. This area is really good for the immolator, so what you need to do is just pick these guys off. The barrels here are actually fire, so I really wouldn't use them to kill anyone, really. Now, where the trick comes with the immolator part of the challenge is when you shoot them once in the head, they blow up and go crazy. As long as you've cleared all the grunts, that's okay. Afterwards, they run a little bit before just looking around really confused. You just really need to shoot them when they stop again. It's fairly straightforward. But you can see here, this is the trouble is if you do blow up the barrels, you'll end up with people spawning in the fire and dying of fire, which is pretty annoying. The other thing to say with the sniper challenges is there is time to travel for the bullets. So, you know, at far distance, you just need to be aiming ever so slightly in front, but you never need to aim above someone's head, if you see what I mean, because the bullet will never drop over distance. It will only ever just take time to get there, you know. So that one's okay for the immolator just because he's quite close. This one's also quite a nice one. The only problem is he can be a bit far away, but the fire doesn't tend to hang around too long, so you can see he runs over, gets confused, and that's where you just pop him a second time. And you just need to make sure there's no grunts nearby when they do that explodey thing. It's very frustrating, and you will have ones where, you know, like that happened to me, they'll just sort of die in the fire, like start in the fire and just burn away. Apart from that, you just need to take it quite easy. You just need to, once you've done the immolators, it's just, you know, shooting people. You know, there is a time limit, but it's fairly generous, really, and the grunts spawn in at a reasonable pace. And you can see, like, I'm doing this with commentary and just sort of idly shooting, and I'm doing okay for time. You can headshot these hives as well. They're quite good because their head's so big. So that's obviously a medium one because that guy spawned in the fire, which is a bit annoying, but I'm pretty confident with a minute and 15 seconds left, I would have gotten the last few headshots I need for hard. But, you know, the time's not a problem. It's really just keeping, you know, control over the fire. So in a minute, you'll see the 3-star run. You can see what I do. And my top tips for this one is fairly straightforward, really. It's just clearing the grunts, then shooting the immolator. Shoot the immolator once in the head. They'll run for a bit, let them do that. They'll stop and look around confused, and then you just pop off the second one. Alright guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in a bit.